So, what do you think forgiveness is?
I don't know. I don't know. I think forgiveness is like you can say it's all good if somebody hurts you, and it probably means all good, or it's okay, and that's what I think it means. I think forgiveness is when you get like really angry, you can like you just let it go and you can just forgive something like somebody, like say if you get really angry because somebody like pushes you or bullies you, and if you just let it go and forgive them. So I think that's what forgiveness means. Forgiveness is when people forgive each other. Forgiveness is when like someone messes something up and you can fix it and you can forgive someone. I think forgiveness is when someone does something to you, and you just like you don't have to let it go like you have to like just let it go and forgive them like it was an accident. Like if it was on purpose, then you should still forgive them, because what if they didn't mean to do it or something? I think forgiveness is letting it go.
Letting what go?
Like if someone's, say for example, if someone says, "Hey, I wanted that color of paper," you can just give it to them and let it go. You don't really need it. If someone does something mean to you, you just forgive them. Forgiveness is when you have to forgive somebody if they do something wrong. Then soon then they can have a second chance. Forgiving your friend is like when they hurt you and you forgive them for doing that, what they did. Forgiveness is letting forgiveness in you, not revenge, and letting you to let go of something that's very hard. I think forgiveness is like when someone does something to you, or maybe they don't think it's something that they did that wasn't nice to you, and but you feel inside your heart that what I did was bad. Then forgiveness is like when you tell them, "I'm sorry, I wouldn't do that again," and they forgive you in a nice way. They don't say, "Okay, well, just don't talk to me anymore." They have to say it like from the heart. Some people just blurt it out and say, "You know what, whatever," but you should say, "Yeah, I should," because usually when they do something to you, you've done something to them, so you should be like, "I'm sorry too for what I did." And I think forgiveness is like not being like all like sassy and mean about it, just saying it in a nice way and being kind. I think forgiveness is like when you're mad at someone, you just sometimes you don't think before you act, and you're like, "Oh no, I'm never gonna be your friend again. I never want to be around you." But if you take time, you can remember that the emotion that comes with forgiveness is anger, and so it doesn't just come to you like, "Oh, I forgive you." It kind of like gets you like, "I don't know if I want to forgive this person. What they did was it hurt me." And sometimes you don't want to forgive, but you kind of like always will remember, why didn't I forgive that person? I should have forgave that person. Now she became a better person,
and I want to be her friend, and maybe now she doesn't want to be my friend. So you have to step in that person's shoes, and maybe they were going through a lot at that time. So forgiveness means to just like forgiveness means not to like hesitate or let stuff get to the best of you if you feel like not forgiving that person.
I think forgiveness is when someone did something wrong to you and you think that it hurt your feelings really badly. And forgiveness is like giving that person a second chance. I think forgiveness is deciding someone who has wronged you doesn't have to pay.
I think forgiveness is when you you give people another chance. I think forgiveness is when you help someone and like help them up, and then when they're like being mean to you, you just you forget that that happened and be friends with them again.
Saying sorry to someone if you did something wrong to them.
Forgiveness is when you got mad at somebody and then you think about forgiving them and then they say, please don't do it again, and then you never do it again. And that's what forgiveness is.
When someone does something that you don't like and they feel sorry and you forgive them, or you forgive people.
Forgiveness for me means that you can forgive somebody. It's hard for me to explain. Forgiveness kind of means like not holding a grudge and saying it's okay. If like somebody did something wrong, you'll forgive them. I guess it's allowing it to be okay for me. Yeah. Forgiveness is when you let go of like the grudge you have against somebody, or you let it go. It's kind of like saying it's okay and that you just let it be.
I think forgiveness is even if someone does something that you don't believe is right, or if it's something that you don't believe in, you still have the ability to know that it was a mistake. I guess something like that. I think forgiveness is knowing that someone made a mistake and that you can basically forgive them for it and have them know that you were okay with it and you realize that they made a mistake and it's okay.
Forgiveness is like feeling sorry for them, understanding in their shoes that they might have just made a mistake. Forgiveness is like not holding grudges and just being thankful for what you have and not just being mad at them.
Forgiveness is when you forgive someone if they do something to hurt you. Forgiveness is when someone does something to you, but you let it go and tell them that it's okay. Or you don't need to tell it to them, just as long as you.
If someone does something to you that makes you feel angry, how do you respond?
I don't know. I am just gonna say, please don't talk like that and walk away and play with somebody else. You can let it go and you can just say,
you can just play with another person or say, I don't like that when something, and just walk away. I don't use my hands, I just use my voice. First, you can do it like a brave breath. Then respond like the stop it roll or something. I didn't like it when you did that to me. I didn't like what you did. Can you not do that next time? Stop it. I just want.
Move your hands away from your mouth so I can hear you. Thank you.
I just want I didn't like it when you did that. I take deep breaths and always think that do they actually mean it or are they doing this to make me angry?
I do brave breaths and then say it's alright, it's not the end of the world.
If someone does something that makes me angry, sometimes, like, to be honest, sometimes if I'm really not thinking, I'm just super mad, I'd probably just be like, I just get really mad and not like control myself. And sometimes I think about it first and I like take a deep breath and I think about it and I say, I don't know, I'm sorry if I did something to you to make you do that, but I just didn't like what you did to me. So I think sometimes, I'm still working on it, sometimes I would not control myself and just get mad, and sometimes I think about it and say it like through and try and say it nicely. Well, it depends, because there was a time, it's kind of personal, but when I physically had gotten her and I felt like I never want to be friends with that person, but she was such a kind friend and I didn't want to like just keep her out of my life because we were the only friends that she had. So we didn't want to just leave her out, and I talked to my best friend and my other best friend, and she was like, you should forgive her, she feels very bad. And I thought about it and I talked to my mom, and she just didn't think like sometimes I do, right? So I had to step in her shoes and be like, I make bad decisions sometimes and people forgive me, so I forgave her, and now we have a very better relationship and it's just been working out. And at first I responded like I was very mad at her. I didn't think before I acted. I was like, no, she did it on purpose. And then I thought, well, she did kind of get mad at me, and yeah, she shouldn't have done it, but I shouldn't have told her what I said. And that kind of just made everything disappear, and I forgave her and she forgave me, and we both said sorry to each other, and look at us now. I just say, hey, that wasn't okay. Can you please not do it again?
I say, I just find a way to calm myself down, and I will say, that's okay, but just please don't do it again.
I respond, I forgive you, but please don't do that again if they do something mean to me. I respond kindly and tell them I forgive them, but don't do that again.
Like, why did you do that to me? That hurts my feelings and you got me really mad. When somebody makes me angry, I yell at them
say, why did you do that?
I try to think of all things that they done for me. I breathe and I try to forgive them.
I won't like want to like start something, or I kind of want to be reasonable, and I don't really want there to be a problem. I just kind of wanted to get over it, and I don't like want to yell at somebody or like I don't want to be mad at anyone. So I kind of talk to them first and like reason with them, and then try to work it out. I'll try to speak to them first and try to understand why they would do something, what they would do, why would they do that, and then I would try to work it out with them.
I can usually like compose myself and keep it so that I can forgive them, but that's usually what happens. I mainly just try to calm myself down, and I don't want to try and I don't want to kind of burst out because I just want to keep myself calm.
I try not to get mad at them, but if it happens, I take deep breaths and I just like stay away for a little bit, and then after I'll apologize. I respond, well, at first I'm probably gonna get angry back, but I try and calm myself down and try and fix the problem in a peaceful manner.
You tell them that you don't like it and that they shouldn't do that again. Tell them that you don't like it and that they shouldn't do it again.
And do you think you should forgive someone who has hurt or upset you?
Yes,
Why?
because maybe it was on accident. I think I should forgive them because if I don't, they probably just want me to forgive them. That's all I want. But if I don't, it'll keep on doing the same thing over again. I would probably forgive them. Why? Because, well, sometimes they do this on accident because they don't know how it is with bullying, so they do it on accident. And you should forgive them because they accidentally do it. They accidentally do something, and even though it makes you mad or anything, you should still forgive them. I should if I feel too hurt, sometimes I can do the brave breath to calm myself down instead of just use my mad words. I think you couldn't because they might get angrier and angrier or something. You should forgive someone if they upset you because what if they're sorry and then you don't want to make them feel bad or anything? Yes, because if you're just gonna be angry, that's not doing forgiveness. It's you're just so it made you angry and you're like, oh, can you please say sorry? And it's just bothering you the whole day. That's not letting it go. Yes, if they're hurt or if they're angry and they forgive you, you should forgive them. I think you should because everyone deserves a second chance. I should because maybe they don't know what they're saying. Maybe they didn't mean it.
I think we should forgive them because they might have a different point of view and they think they're just playing, or maybe they just think I'm used to it.
I think, yes, you
should forgive someone that makes you angry, because what if you really wanted to make friends with them and then something just happened, but you feel like, I really want to be friends with this person. We shouldn't have messed it up like this. So you should forgive them and give them maybe a day to think it through. Maybe they won't forgive you, but there's always a way to make them happy. Maybe like giving them a card, and maybe they'll feel like, wow, they just did that for me and I was mad at them, and then maybe they'll think it through also and be like, maybe I should have forgave her. And I think forgiving is very important. We should be lucky to even have forgiving in our lives, because like when you're mad and then someone doesn't forgive you, you are gonna want to be their friend, and maybe they're not gonna want to be your friend, so you should forgive too. Oh, yes, I do think it's very important to forgive people, and you should forgive, because sometimes it's like you kind of just get shot by a bomb, and if you don't forgive it, then it's going to stay in you, and your heart's going to just be aching so much, and you're going to feel like, why didn't I forgive that person? And when you forgive them and you really mean it, it'll just come out, and you'll feel like, oh my God, I feel so much better. And so it's very important to forgive.
Yes, I think that someone should forgive that person because they might not have meant to do it, either that or they were angry about something that I didn't know about, and then I should probably forgive them and give them a second chance. Yes, I think I should forgive them, because if I don't, then I might miss out on a lot of things that they might be doing.
Because everybody needs to need help and to have friends.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, because if they've done something nice for you and if they're your friend, then you should. Yes, because that's the right thing to do.
I think it kind of depends on the person's background or what's happened to them, and it's kind of like their personality and how they are to you and other people. And yes, you should forgive people, but I guess it just depends on the person. I think you should, and because they you should always it's not helping yourself, I guess. It's kind of making yourself feel good about yourself, and kind of just, it's like a weight off your shoulder and you don't have to worry about it.
I think that you can forgive someone if they've hurt or upset you, as long as they are ready to say that they're sorry. Because I feel like if they don't feel bad about something that they did that wasn't right, you shouldn't forgive them if they don't feel like they did something wrong.
I think that you should, because it could have been a mistake it's a mistake that they made, and if you realize the mistake and they realize the mistake they made too, I think it's okay to forgive them.
It depends. If it's like really bad, then you should wait a while, not just like right away, because then you might still be mad at them. Yes, but yes, always, and it is because then if you don't, then it probably makes your life hurt more, and then once you let it go, then you will feel better.
You should, because everyone should get a second chance.
You should, because everyone should deserve a second chance.
What is something you say to yourself to focus your thoughts and feelings in a positive way?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You can say, I can do this. I can do this. I can do it. I know I can. And I think that's pretty much it.
Sometimes instead of just talking, sometimes I just do this to focus. I focus myself in my mind and do this and like this so I can focus on my work. Well, I tell myself that that to just be nice and don't be mean to anyone, and if someone is mean to you, just tell them to stop it, and if they don't stop, then you should tell the teacher. But if they say sorry, then you should forgive them. Well, I say I can do it because my teacher said that you shouldn't say you can't because everything is possible. I don't know. It's okay.
I do kindness breath, take it easy. I say it's don't choose revenge, choose forgiveness.
I maybe like, I say like, just stay calm. And we also have this thing called courage breath and gratitude breath. So we put our hand on our heart and stomach, and gratitude breath, we don't close our eyes and we say something we're thankful for. And courage breath is like, I can be strong, I can be bold, and I can handle this. So that's what I do, and I can also tell myself like, it's okay, you're fine, you can do this, and I just like stuff in my head, not really out loud. I say to myself to like, step in their shoes. They might feel bad, or maybe what did you do to them? So I just think to myself, and I take some time, and sometimes, I don't. I just get very mad at that person and I don't even talk to them. But sometimes you really just feel like you want to. So I would just tell myself, take a deep breath and go say sorry to that person. Because sometimes you don't feel like you don't want to say sorry to them, but you feel like it's going to make stuff better, so you do it. And it actually does make stuff better. So I just tell myself, just go say sorry or go forgive that person and you'll be fine and you'll feel much better. Because after one time I remember, okay, so forgive, because that's going to make it a better situation.
Good.
I say to myself, it's going to be fine. It's not going to matter in the next day or anything. It's just going to be fine.
I'll say to myself, not forgiving them won't help anything, so I just might as well.
I forget.
I say to myself, just keep trying.
I say to myself most of the time, I can do it in every single way.
I sometimes say to myself that I can, if it's a hard test, I can do this and I might pass
Okay. What is something you say to yourself to focus your thoughts and feelings in a positive way?
I don't usually say anything.
If I'm in a bad situation, I say there's people going through a worse one than you right now, and that I shouldn't be like dramatic about something because there's always another person that is handling something worse than I am. I don't really say anything to myself. I'll like try to get myself say, or I can say that I can do this and try to like let myself be less nervous, saying believing in myself.
I sometimes say to myself, like, you can do this. I do that a lot. I like to tell myself, like, you can do this. It's something that usually it's something I've done before, so I'll say, like, this is something you've done before, this is something that you can do, you can do this.
I say like, it's alright, Caleb. They just made a mistake. I take my breaths and my choose love breaths, and it kind of calms me down, and I just pretend like it's all okay and nothing really bad happened.
I just tell myself that it's alright and I should just forget about it. I say, it's okay, just ignore it and just keep going.
Do you think that when you forgive someone, it helps you?
Yes.
How so? How does it help you?
I don't know. Yes.
Yes, how so?
It kind of helps me because it's nice to say I like to say kind things to people, and I just sometimes they want me to just do it and be kind to them, and sometimes I like kind things, so I could always forgive somebody that could bother me, and I really like saying kind things to other people. You should forgive somebody that helps you because they help you with sometimes life problems or in your life, so you should forgive them because they're helping you in life. It does help me sometimes because it's just sometimes if people hurt me, and if they forgive me, well, I don't know. It could because you can be happy again and you can invite them. It does help me and it makes me feel better because I know that I forgave them and we can just be friends, like we can just start all over again. It does because it tells me that I don't have to worry about it. I can just have fun the rest of the day. Yes, it helps us, and by then they could be a friend again, and you just forget about it. Yes, and it helps me by that way you can know when if someone else is starting to say, oh, I'm sorry for doing that, then that's how you know. It helps me because I can't be stuck on that one problem for my whole life.
It helps me by calming down and not letting anger get to my thoughts.
Yeah, forgiving someone helps me because at least I know that even if they don't be like, they're not happy about me saying sorry and forgiving, and I feel happy because at least I tried and I did it, and maybe they will be happy and we could be friends. And every time you do something that makes someone unhappy, you learn from that, because that maybe will help you with your friendship or with being friends with that person. Then you'll remember that in case we're in a situation like that. So you know, okay, just do the right thing and don't be what makes them not happy. It helps you. Forgiveness helps you. It helps you by it helps you choose love instead of anger, and it helps you choose good instead of hate, because it kind of like gets to you, like I said, like it's like something in your heart that you feel like you have to let out, and then once you forgive, it goes out, so it helps you by kind of giving you that freeness that you didn't have before you forgave.
I think it does help me, because if I don't forgive that person, they may get a little upset, and that might make me feel a little guilty about that. And so it might not. If that was my friend, then they might won't be my friend. So I just forgive them instead.
Yes, I do think it helps me, and I think that because if you're just not gonna forgive them and you stay angry at that person, then it's not the only person that it's hurting is yourself. It's not hurting anybody else.
Yes, because they can help me calm down and I can stop playing with them.
I don't know. When you forgive someone, you'll be happy about it.
Yes, and they feel happy. They want to be my friend again. Yes, it helps me because then they will forgive me whenever I do something to them.
Yes, if I forgive someone, if it's kind of like I'm being a better person and I'm not like holding a grudge or anything, and it just makes me feel good about myself. I think it does, because you're not giving them your power, and it does make you feel good, because you're mature enough to not hold a grudge against anybody, because there's much worse things that people can do.
I think that when I forgive someone, it does help me, because it kind of gets something off my chest. Like if someone has done something bad to me and I haven't forgiven them yet, it really gets it off my chest if I forgive them. I think it does, because it kind of gets like a weight off my shoulders. It makes me feel like I've kind of given back.
It makes them feel better, and then when they feel better, it makes me feel better. Yes, because it lifts the weight off your shoulders, and you don't have to worry about them anymore. Just worry about yourself.
It helps me because It helps you because you can keep forgiving people, and it'll make you a better person.
Do you think that when you forgive someone, it helps you, and how so?
It helps me because it can make you become a better person, and it can make your life more happier.